Hello, hello, all you night readers. How are you? I hope everybody's doing well tonight. It's Friday the 13th. For all of you who are, excuse me, for all of you who are a little superstitious, excuse me while I clear my throat for a second. So we always start off with a nice oracle card that gives us our theme for the next 24 hours. Our theme for that next 24 hours is breathe. I found that was the card that came up, and that was the one that worked. Usually I get one that's been coming up every night of the week, but this one came up very different, so I was happy it was something different. So how's everybody? Has everybody had a good week at work or whatever it is that you're doing? Me being retired, I had a nice time just being home and self-quarantining. I've enjoyed doing that now for the last week or so. But yeah, I know it's a Friday night. People are going out. People are doing things. Some people actually have a life, which I know nothing about. All right, let's see what we've got going for the weekend. Our weekend looks like this. Our weekend looks like 2 hands and 2 cards. Between worlds and exchanging gifts. Well, for anybody who is going on a first date or, dating someone fairly new and stuff like that, then you are definitely between worlds, and hopefully they'll be exchanging gifts with you. So that would be a great thing, huh? Yeah, between worlds and exchanging gifts. That's your theme for the weekend. 2 very pretty cards. You can see kind of how that one goes and how that one is. Yep, there you go. All right. So that's good. A couple different cards tonight, which is good. There's so many of these cards that have never come up, and I haven't seen them come up. And I shuffle every night, and I pull several cards and all, and no, you never know. But hey, that's what happens. So I will sit here and shuffle and talk to you guys because I know people will be watching later on this evening or over the weekend. Don't forget to like when you watch it. And if you are new, please subscribe. I have got to find a new place to mount the camera because it seems like every time I touch the table, it shakes. It shakes the arm of the camera. So I definitely have to find out. I have to come up with a new plan. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, Bethany, how are you? Welcome. It's your first time here. I'm so glad. Did you have a question that you'd like me to read for you? Or did you just come to hang out and talk, which is okay too? That's great to see you, though. Thank you. So if everybody has big plans for the weekend, I hope they go really well. I'm hoping that nothing major comes up. Just came to hang out. All right, cool. That's so cool, Bethany. Thanks. I appreciate your support very much. I've had a lot of people come out and support every night, which has been great. This is really the 1 week mark. I started last Friday and come around to this Friday. So even though it's been 8 episodes, including last Friday, it's been 1 full week now that we've been on every night at 6 o'clock Eastern time. And I'm wondering if maybe 6 o'clock is too early, because you figure that's 3 o'clock on the Pacific time, and 5 o'clock right when people are getting home in Central. And if anybody between, obviously you, Bethany, since you're here, and anybody who's watching later, if they want to leave comments, if we should push this back and do this as a 9 o'clock Eastern time show. That would be 6 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Central, and see how that works. I don't know. I mean, that's a little late here on the East Coast, and that would be I know that's 12 noon the next day in Australia, because Shaker Maker always comes by and she lets me know that she's 15 hours ahead of me. So, which I think is very cool, because if she flew here, she could get here before she left. That's always the way it seems. But who knows? I don't know how long of a flight that really is. I know it's supposed to be long. Big plans for the weekend, Bethany? Everybody's going out for the night, I think. Yeah, I stay up every night anyway, so that's not the issue. I just don't want to interfere with anybody else's show, number one, of course. And I don't, and I don't know. I'm hoping maybe that would get more viewers at that time, because you figure even on the West Coast of the United States, it'd be 6 o'clock, and most people are home or getting home by then. 8 o'clock Central. Yeah. Probably not a good idea, or probably not a bad idea. I got your question, but probably a good or probably a bad idea. So let's see what's going to happen for your week ahead. I just don't want to step on anybody's toes that have been around a lot longer than I have. Okay, you got the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Cups, and the King of Wands. You have a lot of court cards. So, of course, the Page of Pentacles is someone who is learning things. He's learning new stuff. He's, always trying to learn something new. So over this next week, you may be doing something where you're learning something new. To do that, you'll be creative and you'll be inspired to do it. But it may be a little bit of a burden to you. It may be more than you could carry at this time, more than you can handle right now. It may be nothing. It's And it might be an idea that you want to do, but it may not be something that you actually do because it's been, because it may be difficult. But you do have a lot of choices for the next week. Um, as long as you pick the correct one. If you pick the correct one, um, you'll feel very passionate about that one thing, and it will help you in a career sense if you're working right now, or if you're going to school, it'll help you in school. So probably no big plans for the weekend. You think it's a good idea, switch the time back. Yeah, I might do that. I just have to let everybody know it's been showing up and stuff. But yeah, so that's what's going on for your week. That's what it looks like to me. Life according to me. Or at least cards according to me. Not all of life. So yeah, I have no big plans though either for the weekend. I'm just, like I said, we're just kind of hanging out here. We like to tell everybody we're self-quarantining because this way nobody asks us to go anywhere or do anything. We're just happy. We're happy homebodies, and unfortunately for some people, great for us, not so great for others. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping some other people come in tonight. The last couple of nights I've had in and out probably 10 people or so in and out, and the chat was going crazy and stuff. But tonight, it's just you and me. Just you and me and everybody who watches the feed later, which is okay. Everybody who comes in, I always, have to tell them, just like everybody else does, all readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please hit like every time. And if you're new, subscribe. And if you're feeling generous, you can donate to me at PayPal, through PayPal at paypal.me/nightreader326. That would be paypal.me/nightreader326. You're studying tarot, but you're not anywhere near ready to go public with it, as it were. As far as you're worrying about stepping on other people's toes, I wouldn't let it bother you too much. Well, there's one or two people I wouldn't want to step on their toes because they've been so helpful over this whole time. How long have you been studying, Bethany, tarot? Because people are kind of shocked when they hear how long I've been studying it, and I'm online every night of the week at this point. And by the way, that deck that I use, that's the Llewellyn. That's like the basic Llewellyn deck by Barbara Moore. It's very Rider Waite, just with more elaborate and updated pictures to it. Most of them are very Rider Waite-esque now. All right, so you've been doing this for 2 months. I've been doing it for three whole months. And one of those months in between, I didn't do anything at all. My cards all sat away and did nothing for a whole month in one of those in between months. So just think, you don't have far to go. Yeah, these are, like I said, these are very Rider Waite-esque type cards. They're nice. They're nice deck. But it's, if you like Rider Waite style. I do have a Rider-Waite deck. I have 4 regular decks and an Oracle deck, so I have a Rider-Waite, of course. This is the I can't even think what you call it, but it's the one that's got a little extra colors to it. It was colored a little more than the regular one. I use Anna Kay. I like Anna Kay a lot. It's always a good deck for me. It's good because, again, it is Rider-Waite styled, but it's also but it's very different than that. It's got very different types of pictures and stuff, which give you a different feel to the reading. And then I also, my 4th deck I use is the Tarot in Wonderland, which is also by Barbara Moore. These are really colorful. I hope you can see that. They're very colorful cards. And these cards probably show movement from one card to another and stuff like that better than all the rest. I think so. I think this one shows a lot of movement when you're looking at going from one place to another, one card to the next card, and you're reading that way. That new Wizard's Tarot is really nice. Yeah, Rider-Waite is great to start with. That's a great study deck because it's, that's what everybody has had, a Rider-Waite deck at some point, usually at the beginning point, just like you were doing. I actually ended up with the Llewellyn deck first. This Llewellyn deck that we used. I ended up with that one first, and then I bought the Rider-Waite one again. I had a Rider-Waite deck way back in the 80s, and I did it back then, but I wasn't very good at it, and I didn't really practice or study or anything like that, like now, like I have the time to do now. So I had that then, but I went back and I got another one just for that reason, again, to study more this time than last time. But I really liked Anna Kay, and I really liked Tarot in Wonderland, so I did get those two. And I have an Oracle deck. I have a nice Oracle deck. This one's called Wisdom of the Oracle. These cards are gigantic. If you look at them next to my hand, you can see how big they are. They're like huge. I have to spread my hand way out. They're tough to shuffle. Yeah, they're very difficult to shuffle. But they're really pretty. These are really pretty cards. And it's a normal, Oracle deck. But the colors are stand out so much. Milk and Honey, Happy Happy, and Treasure Island. They really all kind of go together, don't they? Yeah, they are dinner plate size. I could eat a small gourmet dinner off of those. So, yeah, they're gigantic. Look, my hand just barely fits over them. Yeah, but they're pretty, and when I need to use an Oracle deck, then I have them. I would really like a Lenormand deck and a Lenormand cloth, but I am not anywhere near getting that yet. But someday I will. And then we can, I honestly think Lenormand, from what I've seen, is easier to read than tarot for me, to me at least. I believe if I was reading Lenormand, I would do a much better job than I do reading tarot, which is interesting. But it's basically it's kind of cut and dry, straightforward. There's not a whole lot of interpretation to it, not a whole lot of different interpretation. It basically means what it means, based on the card and where it ends up on the mat. You put the two things together, and that's kind of how it goes. And you do your spread, and that's, that would be it. Yeah, I'm waiting for that as well. I'm waiting for his deck. Yeah, exactly. That's my problem. I mean, I know where to get them. I know how to get them and stuff like that. The problem is, the tarot, the Lenormand cloth. I mean, you can get them cheaper on like Etsy for $35, I would say. The one that T.O. uses is $65 on the Ciro Marchetti website. The cards themselves aren't that expensive. They're under $20 for the nice deck of cards that go along with that cloth. But you really want to get a deck of cards that goes with the cloth that you have. So, and that's so if you ended up with that Ciro Marchetti deck, then you would want to have the $65 cloth that goes with it, because then it matches. But there are other ones, like I said, on Etsy where you can get it's a fairly generic cloth. Some of it doesn't even have pictures on it. It just has meanings of the words. Just has the meanings of the cards, of what the pictures would be. Tells you what what that card should be and what it means underneath, and then you use a Lenormand deck that you've bought, and you put them down over it, and you have the meanings right there to go along with the card. So you're it kind of all spells it out for you. It's really cool. And those are, a complete set with the cards and the cloth and everything. You're looking probably $55 or $60. Hi, Tree. How are you? Glad to see you made it tonight. We were discussing moving this show back till 9:00 Eastern time. I don't know what time it is. I'm not sure what time it is where you are, but I could tell you what time it would be if you tell me what time it is now there. Because here it's 6:20. Yeah, so I mean that's the thing. It's, you can spend $55 or $60, or you can spend almost $100. Probably a little over $100 for Lenormand stuff, but exactly. That would be great, because I'm retired and very much on a fixed income. Hi, Tree. I wasn't sure if you heard me the first time. You there? Thank you. I appreciate that. So what time is it where you are, Tree? Yeah, see? That's tough. That makes it very difficult. Yeah, I know. I know, Tree. What time is it though? What time is it there? 4:20. Oh, okay. So it's 4:20 there and 6:20 here, so you're 2 hours behind me. So if I did it, if we move this show to 9 o'clock at night my time, that would be 7 o'clock your time. You think that would be a better time frame? I don't know. I'm putting it out there for everybody to leave me comments. Just leave me comments in the comment section and let me know if 9 o'clock would be a better start. 9 o'clock Eastern time would be a better start time for everybody else. So, yeah, so being on a fixed income, that makes it difficult to, constantly be buying new stuff. That's why I have the 4 decks, the 4 tarot decks I have, and the 1 oracle deck. And that's kind of it. I'm kind of tapped out for a long, long time now. How do you do that? I have no idea how you do that. The way I was doing it was just the way I did it. I just asked the question and wait for somebody to come along and comment that, hey, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But yeah, I don't know exactly how to do that. But if you do, feel free to share. Also, if you're on Facebook, you can send me a friend request at Cosmo Night Reader. Yep. And if you like those instructions or anything like that, if you need to write a big long email to me, it's night.reader326@gmail.com. So somewhere in my community settings. Yeah, it could be. Aha. Yeah, maybe. All right, Tree, you want a general reading? Absolutely. I'll use the Rider-Waite deck because I know you like that one. Tree is also studying tarot, Bethany. And she's using a Rider-Waite deck as well to learn, which nothing wrong with that. That is a Rider-Waite's been around forever, and it is a great, great deck. Everybody has at least one. Well. Ooh. Oh my. Well, you're going to start off over the next week or so on a new adventure. That's what I really think this is going to be a new adventure for you. And I think you're going to be giving of yourself to other people and friends and stuff like that, or family. You may be helping other people. You might be just kind of giving of yourself. I don't think you're going to be giving gifts to people. I don't think you'll be giving money or anything like that. But I do think that you will be I think you'll be giving of yourself based on that. You will probably have to make a decision at some point, though, in the next week about something you want to do. From other conversations we've had, I think that choice is going to be something between stay at the university you're at or go to another university. That's what I think that might end up being something like that. And Ace of Wands, of course, shows you that you are definitely going to have a new beginning. You're going to have a new beginning. And then Temperance just kind of balances everything out. It reminds you to be sensible about what you decide to do. So that's what I would say is going on for you in the very near future. That's what I would kind of say. I moved my light today and I don't like where it is, and it's kind of shining in my eye. And I don't like shadows on the screen. And if it's too bright on the cards, then it gets dark, then the camera gets darker. And if it's too light on the cards, then it gets real bright. So I really screwed the whole thing up. I had it nice. But I guess you can see the cards pretty well. Oh, good. You're gonna try and find a new job. That sounds good. And yeah, the change of school thing. I know we've talked about it, so I know that it's probably a good idea. So yeah, no problem with the view. It's not too bright, not too dark. When Divination comes in here, she loves my background. She loves this background. My wife hand painted it, so I use it always. I always use it. It's the only one I do use, and yeah, it's nice. It's a nice looking background. It's cool with the eye that kind of looks right through you, like your third eye. So what else is going on? Nothing, huh? Nothing with me either. You know, I talked to her about it because Dee said she wanted one, and I think I don't see any issue with her making more. She could definitely make more. She just has to get the supplies to do it. She made this one, and she made another one that's somewhere, and I don't know where it is, but I liked this one a lot. This was my favorite. And then she kind of ran out of supplies after that. She did a couple other things that she was working on, and yeah, she ran out of supplies because she does all kinds of art. She does artwork. You'll never be able to see this, but she did this. It looks like the beach. It's supposed to look like the beach, and it's supposed to look like somebody put their initials in a heart in the ocean. I don't know. Can you see it? Or on the beach itself. So it's tough because it's big to see. See, it's got Lynn Tarot plus Night Reader Tarot. But she does a lot of different art stuff like that. And yeah, so I would definitely say that she would be interested in making more. It's just a matter again of getting the supplies and stuff like that. And of course, we all know for that. See, I'm not crafty either. That's the problem. I am definitely not crafty. But she is. I'm musical, or at least I was. I was musically inclined, and she's art inclined. I can be very fluent in sarcasm and passive aggressiveness. I can be extremely passive aggressive if I need to. It's always a fun time. Oh no, don't worry about me. I'm used to it. You get your or the other one I use all the time is, don't worry, you'll get used to it eventually. I did. So Tree, you're looking for another job, huh? You used to be you used to sing in a choir. I sang in a choir once when I was really young, like 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And then eventually I taught myself, when I was a teenager, I taught myself how to play guitar. And I joined a contemporary Christian band that I was in for, oh gosh, 25 years. And had a great time doing that. But then I had neck surgery last year, and it looks like I'm going to have more neck surgery, spinal surgery, excuse me, more spinal surgery. I had one spinal surgery last year, and it looks like I'm going to have more in April of this year, and which has left my left hand kind of very numb and tingly, which makes it extremely difficult when I'm shuffling cards anymore. It's very numb. It's very tingly. It's very painful. My arm, my shoulder gets a lot of pain. So I had to stop playing guitar. And the way they do the surgery is they cut your throat open, and they move all the stuff in between there and your spine to one side, and then they do the surgery, which is very weird, bizarre. And yeah, so and then everything kind of goes back. And the problem was, of course, once it all went back, I was able to talk again, but I can't sing like I used to. My voice is very gravelly, as you can tell now. It's like this all the time. I used to sing the high parts of songs, but now I've got this gravelly voice. But yeah, it is what it is. So now I do tarot. So Tree, let's see what's going on with your job next. How the job hunt's going to go. I know you didn't ask for a reading on it, but I know you're probably curious. So you start off with the moon, which is your subconscious, and it's also, it can be a little mysterious, which there's going to be getting a new job or looking for a new job is very mysterious. I did that ages ago, way before I retired. There was, jobs, but you'll see that you're happy, and you want to be financially secure. That's for sure. And you're going to run into that. You're going to kind of dive right into that whole financial security thing with the Knight of Swords. This is, as you can see, at the speed the horse is going towards the king. It's very aggressive. It's very determined. So the knight going towards the king is a very, it means you're very determined about getting this new job. Oh, good. Thank you. The voice is okay. It's not so bad. So here it looks like it might be a difficult road getting a new job or looking for something new. Might end up being a bit of a difficult road, but in the end, you will find something and it's going to make you extremely happy. It will make you really happy. You'll have success and everything will be good. You'll have you'll be very successful in whatever that new job is. So, yeah, I definitely see that's what's going to happen with your new job search. So, yeah, that's been the story the story of my life over the last year. But it's been quite interesting. A lot going on. Lots and lots going on. So I'll have to look into exactly how to do that. How to do a survey, either through YouTube or through Google, one way or another, and get that out there and find out. I won't change it right away. I mean, tomorrow and Sunday I'll do 6:00 again. Still, but then if if I get a overwhelming response, hey, yeah, change the time to a later date, a later time for everybody, then I'll probably, I probably will. That would be the best thing. So you guys have any more questions? Anything else going on that you want to talk about? Yeah, I know. It's been a slow day. So you're not working right now then, Bethany? You said limited income before. In Tree, I know you're working. Looking for that new job. Hey, Positive for Life. It's great to see you. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the support. Can you ask? Of course, you can ask. First off, is the Leo going to feel? How is the Leo going to feel when he reads your messages on opening up to him? Do you think he'll be happy? All right, let's see. Try that. Let's see. Let's see what we get on that. So you sent him some text messages, I'm guessing, but it could be other messages. They could be emails or something. People still email, but I'm still guessing text messages. And you told him you spilled your heart to him. Told him everything you wanted him to know. And did he give you any kind of feedback on what that was? On how he felt about that at all? After you text him? He never said anything to you. I'm guessing he never really made a any kind of a definite plan. Let's see. Let's see what the cards say. That's all we can do, right? Let's see what these cards say. This is the Anna Kay deck again. This is Anna Kay. I love, like I said, I really love Anna Kay. Oh, good. And they're all upside down. So let's fix that. How does your Leo feel about this whole thing? About you spilling your guts to him? He has been texting you. Well, that's good. He was working and you didn't want to go overboard. All right. You just kind of gave him the gist. First off, if you just look at the cards that are out here, almost every one of them is bright and shiny with sunshine behind them, you know. Every one of them is bright and shiny. So that's a theme right there. You know, that would be a theme right off the bat. That the way things started, the way he took it was very happy. He was very happy about it. And of course, here you've got the Nine of Cups, which shows a happy family. It shows, you know, two people in love and you know, everything. I mean, people being really, really happy and having pretty much everything with the Nine of Cups. So, you know, you have all that satisfaction is really, really good. You move on to the Six of Rods. Of course, that's the Triumph card. So you got through to him and he feels really good about it. Look at him standing up there with those big muscles and that chiseled chest. Oh my. And, you know, not only does he feel really good about it, he has support from a lot of other people as well as you. You both have a lot of support to move forward in this relationship. Of course, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is cautious. He's always cautious. If you look at it, of course, in some other decks, when he's actually on the horse, and the horse is not moving at all, it's because that is an extremely slow moving. Yeah, that card is slow moving. It shows that there's going to be caution and there's going to be that movement is going to be slow. It's going to be very slow to progress and cautious. Nothing wrong with that. There it is. If you take a look at the Rider-Waite version, the Knight of Pentacles is not moving at all, which is because he's cautious. But that's all right. There's nothing wrong with being cautious. You guys are just starting out, and you know, even in the Rider-Waite version, it's all this sunshine behind them. You know, it's like a beautiful sunrise or sunset, either way, based on where they are. So that's not a bad thing to take things slowly, other than spilling your guts as much as you already did without going overboard. But yeah, it's good that he's taking his time and you know, and all, and he's thinking about it, and he's very even keeled. He's very, you know, he very much has everything kind of weighed out where it's, you know, he's just happy on both sides of that, of the whole thing. There's it's sensibility, you know, between this card and this card, sensibility comes into play, and that's really what is a big theme in this whole thing. You know, be sensible. And then you get the Empress. Oh, the Empress. Everybody knows what the Empress means. I'm going with other ideas with the Empress, where it means, yeah, yes. I really am going on a limb with the Empress, and you know, obviously not going with the fertility and pregnancy idea. No. But it does mean abundance. It does mean that new things are blooming, which could be your relationship. You know, um, it means things are blooming. If you take a look around, you see it's all this, everything's blooming. The trees and the flowers and the whole thing. And but that's what I would say, that would be your love blooming, and you're nurturing it, and you'll have love, you'll have this relationship in abundance. So that's kind of how I would look at it. There's a lot of other meanings for this card. It's not always meaning exactly what everybody thinks. Of course, remember, all readings are for right there. All readings are for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, I think he was really happy that you told him what you told him, and I think he's a cautious guy, but he is also looking for the same things you're looking for. That's what I think. I really do think he's looking for the same things, and he wants that new beginning just as well as you do. So I'm glad we could get a chuckle out of that, though, at the end. That was very interesting. So yeah, that would be my thoughts on that. Good. You are very welcome, Positive for Life. I am glad to have done the reading for you, and I'm glad it came out so good. And I'm glad it resonated. I'm glad some of the stuff that I said seems like it kind of hit it on the head with how he is and how he feels and stuff like that. So cool. That's always cool when people, when I tell you something that I see in the cards, and then somebody gives me feedback that says, "Oh yeah, that's exactly how he is," or "That's how he feels," or "This is how my work is," or "That's how," whatever the topic is. When I get that validation, it's great for me because, like I said, and you guys have already known, I've only been doing this 3 months, and I really there you go. People see you as a mother figure because you take care of your nieces and nephews. That's nice. Yeah, I definitely like and do well when I hear people, kind of get what I'm saying. They get what I'm saying, and it makes sense to them. Because obviously, I don't know any of these people. When I do these readings, I don't have a clue. But I get a much better idea through the cards. So your nieces and nephews are around you all the time, and you take care of them and are motherly towards them. That's nice. I had my wife and I had our grandson and my son and daughter-in-law staying here with us for about 6 months. They were here, and every day we got to take care of my grandson, and that was just the best thing ever. He turned a year old back in just this past November, so when they got here, he was 8 months, I guess it was, and then when they left, he was 14 months. But we got to see some really great firsts. We heard him say his first words. We heard him say we saw him walk for the first time, stuff like that. Hey, Champagne, welcome. Welcome to the group. I believe there's 4 of us here still. Bethany's here. Positive for Life is here. You and Tree is here. Nedia, if you guys look, I know I say Tree all the time, and you're like, who in the world is Tree? Netta is Tree. I know her as Tree. You guys, it comes up something different, but that's okay. So, yeah, so that was a great time. I had a wonderful time. We had a great time watching him every single day while his parents worked while they were here, and then then they ended up moving back. Dawn's here. Oh, you've been listening. You've been sneaking in here and listening. That's okay. I appreciate your support and coming out almost practically every night, Dawn. So thank you very much. I'm glad you just listened. Even we've had quite a conversation. Exactly. Snoop away. Yeah, I don't mind. Nothing I'm talking about that's any big surprise or any big to do. That's for sure. My life's like an open book, like a Stephen King open book. Exactly. I only share the state secrets on the weekends. Things have been going okay, though. Things are okay. Did you have any questions, Dawn? Anything you want to know? It does not involve clowns. No clowns. I don't know about the killer part, but the clowns definitely not. So, nah, nothing that big of a secret, that's for sure. Just a general reading for you two for next week? Sure, Dawn. Everybody who comes in, I should just do a general reading for the next week. Because everybody always asks. When they can't think of something specific, everybody wants something to see what's going to happen for the next week. So I should just do them. Ooh. Dawn. Are you in a relationship right now, Dawn? Because if not, you might be. And if you are, you might not be. No, I'm just kidding. But it does look like you're going to have some type of a struggle. And it's going to be with somebody you care about. Somebody you care about, and you are going to have some type of a struggle, and one of you is going to put a wall up behind you. You're going to put a wall up and kind of block that other person out. Not completely, not where you're, today's your 23rd anniversary. Oh gosh, this is a horrible reading then. Well, wait, don't look. All right, so you're going to have happy anniversary. First off, happy 23rd anniversary. That's great. It looks like you're going to have a bit of a struggle with something, though, over the next week. It may not be with your It may not be with your spouse of 23 years. This card may, especially now that I know that, this card may just be showing, hey, you know what? This is the you remembering the week that you got married and went on your honeymoon, possibly, most likely. That's, at least that's what most people do. Not everybody, because I didn't. But and I went on my honeymoon, my wife and I, with my mother and father and grandmother. So it was very, don't ask. But yeah, something from this struggle will cause somebody to become a little defensive. That's for sure. But they'll learn that whatever it was you were struggling about is just not worth it, because they can see the big picture. And the big picture, of course, is who wants to walk around and be freezing cold and hurt and injured and stuff like that. Who wants to be hurt? Nobody. So that's what somebody's going to learn. That's what they'll learn there with the Page of Pentacles. All right, if I put down another card, I'm hoping it's something good. Yeah, it would be the next card is the Hanged Man. So maybe that's a card for me. Maybe that's the card for me. Maybe I'm just looking at your whole week in the wrong perspective. That's all I could think. But no, I mean, yeah, the Hanged Man, of course, that's just what that is. It's a different perspective. It's a different, it can be enlightenment, as you see here in the card. Move it down a little. You can see where he's kind of got that bright halo around him. There could be enlightenment during this next week for you. But yeah, that's the case. I mean, will there be a little struggle? Yeah, there will be. Will somebody learn in the end that it's not worth the struggle? Absolutely. They will definitely know. Somebody will definitely know by the end of the week that any struggle or any issue or argument that comes up is not worth the effort. Like 99% of them are just not worth that much time and energy. That's for sure. So, so anything else going on? We've been on for, how long I've been on for? Almost an hour and 5 minutes. I started a couple minutes early. Oh, all right, then that's good. See, I love when it resonates. It makes me feel like I'm doing okay. I felt last night when I was done reading last night and I went offline, I went back out in my living room and I sat there and turned on TV, and then I turned on YouTube at 6:30 Central Time to watch Our Other Good Buddy. And all I could think of was, my goodness, I did terrible readings for everybody last night. I just didn't feel like I was on. I felt like I was like way, way off track and way off base yesterday. But I am not. I am, excuse me, I am a fire sign, Aries. That's why when you look at all my stuff, of course, it's Night Reader 326. Yeah. You'll never guess what the 326 stands for. Yes, that's it. I mean, I'm 326 years old. 326. It's been a long life. Yeah, not many people think it. I have a very I have a very calm way about things. It's not that super fiery Aries, typical Aries kind of thing. I'm not on the cusp of anything else. I mean, I'm kind of right in the middle there of, um, kind of right in the middle of Aries time, but it's yeah. So yeah, today's Friday the 13th. If you guys didn't realize that, by the way, I mentioned that before anybody got here early. Hey, good Friday the 13th. And it's my birthday is 3/26. Which actually, okay, so here's the history. My birthday is March 26th, and the day I was born was Easter Sunday that year, of the year that I was born. And it's only been Easter Sunday, I think 2 other times since then, and I will never, ever, see Easter Sunday on my birthday again. I've looked at all the charts and stuff that show when Easter is every year, and, yep, it'll never be on my birthday. It will be eventually, but, hundreds of years from now. So, yeah. So I was born on Easter. Your son's in there. Oh, an April Fool's baby. That's nice. Wasn't so April Fool's for you though, was it? More like April surprise. Yeah, March 26th won't be Easter for a long, long time. But that's okay. I had it 3 times in my life. The year I was born, the year I was 11, and the year I was 22. And that's about it. But I guess we're kind of done for tonight. What time is it? It's already 5 after 7. 5 after 7 on a Friday night. I had such a nice group tonight. Thank you so much, Bethany and Positive for Life and Dawn and Tree. I appreciate all of you being here tonight and supporting me. I will find a way to get that to get some kind of a survey up and see if that's an idea. And again, if anybody's watching this and they have an idea on that, moving the time of the show here back to 9:00 Eastern time, leave a comment. Leave it in the comments for me and let me know what you think. I definitely want to hear. So, yep, exactly. I try to get off at least 15 minutes before TO starts because, again, like I said, I definitely don't want to step on toes and not his toes. That's for sure. He's been too helpful and too good of a guy for that. That's why I picked the time that I picked originally, because I just didn't want anything to do with messing up his, being around at his time. So, all right, I will see you all. You have a nice night, and we will do this again tomorrow night at 6:00. And I'll be here. I hope to see you all then. Have a great night. Thank you. Bye.